Emma groaned as her alarm buzzed, her cluttered one-bedroom apartment feeling colder than usual. Her daughter, Lily, was already awake, humming as she coloured at the rickety kitchen table. Emma smiled tiredly at her 7-year-old's resilience, despite their constant struggles. After pouring herself some stale coffee, Emma opened her phone to check her bank balance, a daily ritual to see if her paycheck had stretched as far as she needed. Her jaw dropped. $100,000. The number stared back at her, impossibly large. Her hands shook as she refreshed the app. The deposit was still there, labelled simply, direct deposit, payment. Was it a mistake, a glitch, or some kind of miracle? Emma sat frozen, the weight of her reality pulling her in opposite directions. The rent was overdue. Lily's asthma medication wasn't fully covered by insurance, and the school had sent yet another reminder about unpaid lunch fees. She could pay it all off. Just one transaction could change everything. Her conscience nagged at her. What if the bank discovered the error and held her accountable? Would she go to jail? What would happen to Lily? But the idea of losing this once-in-a-lifetime windfall felt unbearable. Later that day, Emma called the bank to report the deposit. After a long hold, a tired-sounding representative confirmed the amount but provided no clear answers. "We'll investigate and contact you," the woman said. Still uneasy, Emma decided to sit tight. But that night, something unsettling happened. She was watching TV when a black car parked outside her apartment. A man in a dark coat stepped out, lingering near her mailbox. Emma's pulse quickened. Was someone watching her? The man eventually left, but Emma couldn't shake the feeling that something about the deposit wasn't right. The next morning, Emma resolved to return the money. But when she checked her account again, the balance was unchanged. Before heading to the bank, she stopped at a nearby coffee shop. As she ordered, she noticed 2 men in suits sitting by the window, glancing her way. Were they following her? Her paranoia mounted. Feeling trapped, Emma decided to withdraw some of the money as a precaution. Maybe just $500 in case it suddenly disappeared. When she returned home, she found a note slipped under her door. "Don't trust the bank, they're not on your side." Emma's heart raced as she tried to process the message. Who had left it? Was it connected to the mysterious deposit? Her phone rang, an unknown number. Against her better judgment, she answered. "Miss Harper," a calm, low voice said. "We know about the $100,000. You're in possession of something very valuable, but it doesn't belong to you." "Who is this?" Emma demanded, fear creeping into her voice. "Let's just say we represent the true owner. Don't try to move the money again or there will be consequences." The line went dead. That night, Emma's doorbell rang. Peering through the peephole, she saw the man from the black car. Her stomach sank. She debated ignoring him. But Lily was home and she didn't want to escalate the situation. She opened the door a crack. "What do you want?" The man handed her a business card. It bore no name, just an emblem she didn't recognize. "Miss Harper, we need to talk about the money." "I didn't take it," she blurted. "We know, but the people who lost it think you did, and they'll stop at nothing to get it back. Let us help you." "Who are you?" "We're not the bad guys," he said cryptically, "but the people after you are. This money was meant for something far bigger than you can imagine." The man explained that the money was part of an undercover operation to expose a global crime syndicate. The deposit to her account was a mistake, meant to fund an informant in another state. The syndicate had already realized the money was missing and suspected Emma was involved. "You're their scapegoat now," the man said. He offered Emma a choice. Return the money and testify against the criminals, or try to disappear, knowing they would hunt her down. Terrified but determined to protect Lily, Emma agreed to cooperate. In a sting operation, orchestrated by the mysterious man's agency, Emma posed as someone willing to sell the $100,000 back to the syndicate. The meeting took place in an abandoned warehouse. Emma's hands trembled as she slid a briefcase across the table. One of the gang members sneered. "Thought you'd get away with it, huh?" Before Emma could respond, law enforcement agents stormed the building, arresting the criminals. Emma was rushed to safety, her heart pounding with relief. Months later, Emma received a letter. The agency thanked her for her bravery, explaining that her cooperation had helped dismantle a major crime ring. Enclosed was a check for $50,000, a legitimate reward for her role in the case. For the first time in years, Emma felt secure. She moved to a better neighborhood, set up a college fund for Lily, and started a new chapter in her life. As she watched Lily playing in their new backyard, Emma reflected on the whirlwind events. Doing the right thing had brought danger, but ultimately it had given her a second chance at life.